the goal for Giannis should be this year to be the best player in the league. The goal for Giannis Antetokounmpo should be that at the end of this year, we say he's the best basketball player alive. Now, how does he get there? He continues his improvement. He's gone from 6 points to 12 to 17 to 23 to 27. If he continues even a little bit of that improvement. Now, it will take, he needs LeBron to all of a sudden start to deteriorate. I'm not saying it is a reachable goal, but that should be the goal. But he is, not only is he the best player in the East, but I do not think it is an argument. I don't think it's particularly close.
Well, we're going to have to argue.
Okay.
I'm going on the flat side of this one, Nick. And for one season, I'm not talking about potential, growing. For one season, I believe Kyrie Irving is going to be the best player in the East next year. And, I believe that Giannis will be there between him, Joel Embiid, and Giannis. These are the three best players. I believe that Kyrie Irving, he's going to galvanize that roster. Don't know if the numbers will be better, but the way he plays and the way he leads the Celtics. Now, it's a gut feeling.
Sure.
I got a feeling that Kyrie's going to come back from this. And if Kyrie is trying to get to the Knicks, which people are saying, he's going to have to put on a show this season. And I do believe that they're such a good team, compounded. Like, if they can win 60 games, he's going to have more attention on him. And I believe he adapts to playing with these young stars.
Does it hurt Giannis at all that he plays in Milwaukee, that he plays for the Bucks? Just who he's playing with, where his team ends up,
I think he's got, I think he's got good teammates. I think Chris Middleton's a good player. I like what they've done. The thing that's killed them is coaching. And now they have Mike Budenholzer, who I think is a good coach. We've never seen, here's the thing, we've never seen Giannis with a good coach. We've only seen Kyrie with a good coach. I shouldn't say only because he had Blatt for the year, but I think Ty Lue's a good coach, and I think Brad Stevens is a great coach. Listen, this is the reason that I can, in my eyes, just dismiss the Kyrie thing, even if Kyrie might be the second best player in the conference. I'd probably take Embiid, but Kyrie's certainly in the argument. It's not only that Giannis, of course, averages more points. I know you said don't worry about the numbers, and obviously averages more rebounds. He almost averages the same number of assists. Giannis last year was
That's one thing you have to look at, yes.
He was a 27, 10, and 5 guy last year. His efficiency rating was top 5 in the league. He's not still growing. He finally stopped growing. He grew about 3 inches between the day he was drafted and the end of his rookie season because he's a genetic freak, and he was so young when he was taken. But he is still so young. Like, Kyrie's relatively speaking young. Giannis is still one of the younger players in the league. Listen, I am a true believer on Giannis. I truly believe there will be a day that he is the best player in the NBA. I think he will hold that title belt at one point. I see the potential almost limitless for him.
No, I see the potential in him, but I have to talk about next season. And I just believe that Kyrie, and the reason why those numbers will be that way, you have to be able to look at the assist thing because that's very, very important. Kyrie's got to be better in that area. But because he's playing with better players, he's not going to be, there's not as many points available, but he could play a style. He could change just enough that it would warrant him being in the conversation for MVP and best player in the Eastern Conference.
And I think, listen, I wouldn't have had him there, but he was in the MVP discussion before he got hurt last year. I thought it was a little inflated, but because of the team's record, he was giving you 25 points a game. He was shooting his career, right at his career high in field goal percentage.
And was amazing in the fourth quarter.
Oh, he was a great finisher. And that's, by the way, one place where Giannis has good overall fourth quarter numbers, but because he's not a steady shooter, there were times where it didn't seem like he took over in the fourth the way Kyrie could.
Especially on the road.
That's
right?
Absolutely right. But I'm going to add one other part that we haven't mentioned. Giannis is also, when he has to be more consistent in this, he's one of the best wing defenders we got. Like, because he's so long and he can protect the rim. Like, this guy, we call guys unicorns in the league. Nobody in the league has his collection of size and skill set. Nobody. Not even Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis right now is a better player. But Anthony Davis can't do the things in transition and off the bounce the way Giannis can.
Yeah, one thing we have to be careful about when you start to analyze players, especially with the skill level and shooting ability of the greatest players that we have. Giannis is not a great shooter of the basketball.
Nope.
So a lot of times when you're watching the game, some of the things he does offensively, they're not pretty. So you might try to hold them against him. But that's that blank canvas that you're talking about. He is not a great offensive player and still getting 27. There's so much more room for him to grow. And that coaching staff, that addition should be able to get that out of him.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to win MVP. I would bet on him to win the scoring title next year.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.